All right, everyone, now that we're done with our icebreaker and quick reflection, we're going to be moving on to possible scenarios that could happen within your school or your classroom or your school environment. In the handout in front of you, where it says Part 2 Reflection on Quick Decision Scenarios, as you go through each scenario, please jot down your reactions. For example, where it says late students, my gut reaction and possible assumptions I made regarding the situation or the scenario, excuse me. Okay, so looking at scenario number 1, we're going to be talking about late students. In this situation, 2 students arrive late to class. Student A is known as achieving. Student B has a history of behavioral issues. You will decide consequences for each student. On the reflection section, please ask yourself, did your decision differ? Why? Why was it different? What assumptions might influence your reaction, or what are the assumptions that are influencing your reaction? Excuse me. So please take a second, write down your initial reactions based off the situation, the scenario, and we will move forward. Awesome. Next scenario. Scenario number 2, grading essays. In this situation, 2 essays with similar content and errors come from different students. One student is highly engaged, the other is quieter and less likely to participate. Grades differ slightly when it comes to these 2 students. So again, please reflect, did engagement level or student history influence your grading? Why or why not? Please jot down your answers, your initial reaction to the scenario. Scenario number 3, participation in class. You're in a situation where you notice that you call on certain students more frequently than others. These students tend to be more confident, more articulate, or from particular backgrounds that connect to you. On the reflection, who might be left out in the conversation and why? Please ask yourself these things. These are important. I myself have been in a situation like this where I have noticed that I do pick on the students that have more of that confident boost in them. That way I'm not picking on the kids who are not as confident, if that makes sense. So please think about it as I am reflecting on it as well. All right, perfect. Now that we have gone through each scenario, well, not each scenario, of these 3 example scenarios that could possibly happen in your school setting, we're going to take a quick post-group discussion, group share out. We're going to get into groups, so the groups that you're in, we're going to share one key insight that you took from each scenario, and please, in your answers, please think about discipline, grading, and participation. Perfect. Now that we're done with those scenarios and we've reflected as a group as a whole, we are now going to go into strategies that can reduce bias in your classroom. And all this, the PowerPoint itself will be shared with you. And also I have a handout of these strategies along with examples of how to use them in your class that will be handed out at the end of this PD. So the first one, please slow down when decision making. Pause before reacting, especially in discipline or grading, and always ask yourself, would I respond the same way if this was a different student? I think it's great to step back and really reflect on your decisions and why and with who. Have structured and fair practices. Use clear rubrics for grading. It's important. You should follow them no matter who the student is. Rotate participation. You can use sticks or random name calling. I do this. I usually do sticks. It's amazing. The kids hate it, but it's okay. It's important to establish consistency, classroom routines, and expectations for all students. Next one, culturally responsive practices. Incorporate diverse voices, examples, and materials into your curriculum. Learn about students and their backgrounds, their cultures, where they come from. It's important to be able to reflect that in your teaching. It brings them, it draws them in. It's important. Also, take accountability and peer reflection. Engage in peer observations with the lens on bias. Share reflections with colleagues in safe, growth-focused ways. Develop staff equality teams to support ongoing work. Lastly, the last 2, professional learning and self-reflection. A journal about classroom decisions and assumptions. It's important to commit to ongoing training, go to professional developments if you need them. You can always reach out to me. That'd be great. Use data to check for patterns, review discipline referrals, participation and grading trends that happen in your school. I think this is important to see how everyone is handling the situation within their classroom. Look for disproportions across race, gender, and socioeconomic status and language backgrounds. Before we leave, I would love to do a quick reflection prompt. Please answer the following two questions on your index card. Question number 1 being, how will this action, PD, improve equality in your classroom or school? And who can help you be held accountable? And then on the back, please write at least one concrete step to address bias this month. And lastly, I would love to end with a closing quote. Equality is not giving every student the same thing, but giving every student what they need to succeed. By the Unknown. And then if you have any questions, here's my contact information, my first and last name, my email where you can email me, and my extension.